First, the core incentive. Many child support formulas reward the lower earner. As the recipient's wages rise, the transfer payment typically falls. Net effect. Working more can barely raise total take-home, so some lower earners may choose not to work. Let's begin with a clear set of assumptions. We are looking at a hypothetical divorce case. The couple has 2 children. One parent, the higher earner, makes a gross annual salary of $160,000. The other parent currently earns $0 per year. For simplicity, we will apply a flat 25% tax rate to all earned income. This helps us understand the take-home pay. We will also assume the parents have a 50-50 shared custody arrangement, meaning the children spend an equal amount of time with each parent. This shared parenting time is a critical factor in how support is calculated in many states. We are deliberately ignoring other complex costs, health insurance, childcare. The numbers presented in this essay are generated using the state-specific calculators provided by custodyexchange.com, estimating child support, estimating parenting time. The provided research notes indicate recent updates to formulas in states like California as of September 2024. These calculators are designed to reflect current laws. It is crucial to understand that these figures are estimates. They are intended for informational and illustrative purposes only. They are not legal advice. We began our analysis with California. According to the research, California implemented major changes to its child support formula, effective September 1st, 2024, including updates to the K-factor, which governs how income is allocated. Using our baseline scenario, one parent earning $160,000, the other earning $0, 50-50 custody of 2 children. The custody exchange calculator shows a significant transfer payment. The non-earning parent would receive approximately $2,400 per month in child support. This monthly payment is generally not considered taxable income for the recipient. On an annual basis, this amounts to a tax-free income stream of roughly $28,800. Now, let's introduce a change. The parent who was previously earning nothing decides to enter the workforce and secures a job with a gross annual salary of $50,000. After applying our assumed 25% flat tax rate, this parent's net income from work would be $37,500 per year. One might expect their total annual income to be their net pay, $37,500, plus a slightly reduced child support amount. However, the California formula, as modeled by the calculator, adjusts dramatically. The new child support payment would plummet to approximately $1,320 per month, a decrease of about 45%. Annually, the support drops from $28,800 to just under $15,840. Let's look at the total financial picture. Before working, the parent's total income was $28,800 from support. After taking the $50,000 job, net earnings equals $37,500. Reduced support equals $15,840. Combined total equals $53,340. While this is an increase, the key takeaway is how much the parent truly gained from working. It only increased their total annual income by $24,540, $53,340 minus $28,800. Next, we turn our attention to Massachusetts. Research indicates that Massachusetts reviews its child support guidelines every 4 years, and that its current amounts are often higher than in neighboring states. A $160,000 earner, a 0 earner, 2 children, 50-50 custody. The situation in Massachusetts presents a similar dynamic, though the numbers differ. In this case, the non-earning parent would receive a child support payment of approximately $2,676 per month. This is a substantial tax-free payment that translates to an annual income of $32,112. This figure is slightly higher than the baseline support calculated for California. Following the same logic, we now consider what happens when the non-earning parent gets a $50,000 per year job. After a 25% tax assumption, their net income from this job is $37,500. When this new income is entered into the Massachusetts child support formula via the calculator, the support payment decreases as expected. The new monthly support amount would be approximately $1,870. This represents a reduction of about $806 per month, or a drop of around 30%. While this is a smaller percentage decrease compared to California's 45% drop, it is still a very significant reduction in the support payment received. Their previous annual income was $32,112. entirely from child support. With the new job, their annual income is a combination of their net earnings, $37,500, and the new lower child support payment. The reduced support now totals about $22,440 annually, $1,870 multiplied by 12. Adding this to their net pay gives them a total new income of $59,940 per year. Our third and final detailed example is Texas. The child support models used by states vary. Texas uses a percentage of income model. Let's apply our standard scenario. One parent earns $160,000, the other parent earns $0. They share custody of 2 children equally. Under these conditions, the custody exchange calculator for Texas estimates about $2,300 per month to the non-earning parent. That tax-free income provides an annual total of $27,600. This amount is slightly less than the support calculated for California and Massachusetts, but it still represents a substantial financial foundation for the non-earning parent. As we did with the other states, we now introduce the $50,000 per year job for the previously non-earning parent. With a net income of $37,500 after our 25% tax assumption, this parent's financial situation is set to change. When this new income is factored into the Texas child support calculation, the support payment drops significantly. The new estimated monthly support payment falls to around $1,380. This is a reduction of $920 per month, which constitutes a steep 40% decrease from the original amount. This percentage drop is nearly as large as the one we observed in the California example. To fully appreciate the impact, we must again look at the total annual income. Before working, the parent's income was $27,600 from support. After taking the job, their income is composed of their net pay, $37,500, plus the new reduced annual support of $16,560, which brings their new total annual income to $54,060. The examples from California, Massachusetts, Texas represent a broader pattern across many states, even if effects are less extreme. According to the National Conference of State Legislatures, most states use an income shares model. That model combines both parents' incomes to determine a total support obligation, which is then divided based on each parent's share. That method causes support transfers to fall as the lower earning parent's income rises. Other states with similar dynamics: Alaska, Florida, Iowa, Nevada, Rhode Island. Alaska and Nevada use a percentage of income model like Texas. Core principle: the more the receiving parent earns, the less support they get. The effective tax on that new income can be quite high. The financial incentives created by child support formulas do not exist in a vacuum. They can lead parents to make practical and sometimes legally questionable decisions. One common adaptation is seeking out under-the-table work. Cash or informal earnings often don't appear in official calculations. Parents might clean houses, parents might provide childcare, parents might do freelance work for cash. Those cash jobs let them supplement income without reducing child support. But this path is fraught with risk. Working under the table and not reporting income is illegal tax evasion. It also means not paying into Social Security or Medicare. That can harm retirement and disability benefits long term. If discovered, courts can order you to pay back child support. You can face fines. You can face criminal charges for fraud or perjury. Still, the incentive to avoid support reductions makes this tempting. Another reality is the role of a new partner. People often ask if a new spouse or live-in partner's income affects child support. In most states, it does not. Child support is the obligation of the child's biological or adoptive parents. A new partner's income is usually excluded from the formula. In summary, the mathematical formulas used to calculate child support can create a powerful financial disincentive for a lower-earning parent to enter or re-enter the workforce. As we have seen, California, Massachusetts, Texas, taking a job can trigger such a large reduction in support payments, the actual financial gain from working is significantly diminished. The parent is faced with an effective tax on their new earnings, making the choice to remain unemployed a more financially stable or logical option in the short term. This is not a moral failing on the part of the parent, but a rational response to the incentives presented by the system. It is essential to reiterate that the numbers used here are simplified estimates from the custody exchange calculator. If you are facing these issues, consulting with a qualified family law professional in your state is the only way to get advice tailored to your specific situation.